Hey, third one of the day. Hello, how are you all today? Why so many today, Steve? Well, I'm home all day. We're getting ready for Christmas. We're decorating the inside of the house today, putting up more trees. We put up like 20 trees inside the house. We just like it. It's our thing. Uh, I know maybe it makes us a little odd, but that's the way we are. But these ideas keep hitting on me, and I need to, instead of keeping writing down a list of here's another video that I want to talk about, which you ought to see my list. I never get done. I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to shoot them out here. So getting ready for Christmas, right? Um, the truth. I want to talk about the truth about money and preparedness. And a lot of people aren't ready for this. I'm going to tell you the truth about it because too many people hurt themselves by they don't understand money, uh, and they try to stay away from it. Okay. And I'm going to say a couple things here that are going to it's just going to infuriate some people. That's all right. I have decided to call myself, you know how Rush used to call himself the mayor of Realville? Well, I can't steal that from him. But who's that guy? He calls himself the sheriff of Baghdad. He's a Delta guy. And he calls himself the sheriff of Baghdad. Well, I actually was a sheriff. So I'm going to call myself, John McPhee, that's his name. Uh, I'm going to call myself the sheriff of Realville. And let's get ready for a little honesty. Or my daughter would say, Dad's the sheriff of brutal honesty. And like I said the other day, I don't mean to be brutal. I'm just trying to help, and I'm passing on some truth that's going to help some. It won't help others because they won't consider it. They'll stay away from it. Matter of fact, I'm going to put up one tomorrow probably on the danger of stupidity. Those who simply refuse to be curious about things they don't know about, or to consider other possible consider things other than what they have decided to believe in, other than God. Money. I'm going to talk about why is money important, why is it important, and what is money. Okay. First off, is money important? It is vitally important. Why is it important? It is important because it buys the things in this world that you need to make your life better. Okay. To help you in preparedness. Try to be prepared without money. You can't. And well, okay, you can go out there with your pocket knife and build a lean-to, and if that's the way you want to live the rest of your life, more power to you. But that ain't living, and you can't do much more than that without money. The reason that I know that a lot of people are trying to do this because I hear all the comments. I occasionally get comments here, but I see them a lot on other channels. I don't have any money and I don't like it. You know why this is such a common theme and why people aren't. I won't say that being poor is something to be ashamed of, but guys, it's nothing to be proud of either. And too many people fall prey. Actually, there's a couple of Bible verses that I think do a lot of damage. I know that some people might say, how can you possibly say that Bible verses do damage? Well, not if you understand them, but they're being misused. Okay. The first is this idea that money is the root of all evil. Well, number one, that's not what it says. Okay. It says the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. That means something very different. And people who like this money is the root of all evil stuff, they take pride, almost pride in their poverty. Let me give you another one before I continue on that. And that is from the Sermon on the Mount when Jesus says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit." Okay. Now what does that mean? Okay. People will say, "Blessed is the poor," and then they're saying they are blessed in spirit, even though they're poor. That is entirely wrong. What it means is poor in spirit, and it has to do with how the punctuation is put in the King James. Okay. Poor in spirit means sad, unhappy, dejected, depressed. Okay. Okay. So they're going to be blessed. He says, we're going to bless them. I'm going to bless. They were going to be blessed. Those who are sad, those who are depressed. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're going to be depressed. Or it doesn't mean you're going to be blessed if you're poor. And too many people hang on to that. And who was it that supported Jesus? As long as, because I'm talking to people who use those scriptures to kind of excuse their poverty. uh, who supported Jesus? People who had money. Okay, if you don't have money, you can't support yourself, and you can't help anybody else. Simple as that. So, because of those two, especially scriptures, too many people actually take some kind of pride in their poverty. And you know why? When you kind of uplift somebody, when they can feel proud of something, they're going to do it more. And so they have this misunderstanding that, well, I'm poor. It's the way God wants me to be, I'm blessed because I'm poor. That's not what it means. And I don't love money. You don't have to love money. Okay, you need to make money. You need to have money. You need to properly use and apply that money, the money that God has given you, to be able to improve your life and the life of others. Okay, but too many people, they will rest in that false pride of poverty. Because why? Because it's easier. It's easier than getting out there and doing something, right? Doing something so that you can elevate yourself and then help others. So this nonsense about there's something noble about poverty is just that. It's nonsense. Okay. Now, what is, and we've established it's important. Why is it important? Because it allows you to do things in your life. Let me talk about what is money, because that's another thing that I think there's this big schism within the preparedness world about what is money. I just recently started looking into crypto. I'm not an expert on crypto, and I'm not pushing crypto on you. Yes, I own some crypto. I've decided to own some crypto. I'll get around to why in just a second, maybe. Well, I'll say why. Why? Because you can't believe. I didn't understand this until my son started explaining it to me. Then I looked into it, and then some of our people over on the Patreon channel helped me understand it. By the way, if you're really interested in preparedness and you are not with us on the Patreon channel, right down below is the link. It only costs you $1 a month. I get so many people saying, I can't afford $1 a month. You have a problem. And it's not a money problem. Yeah, not having money is a problem. And that's a behavior problem. Okay, that is a behavior problem. Your behavior is keeping you in poverty, and you need to change that. You can't even think about preparedness until you have established the baseline of being able to support yourself in this life and have a few extra bucks, right, to apply to things that you think are important. And if you don't think that learning more about preparedness is important, well, why are you here, right? So anyway, I started learning a little bit about it, and I have decided to look into it. And so I decided to buy it. What I was surprised at is not only is crypto, and this isn't about crypto. I'm going to go back to God's money, gold and silver. And fiat currencies. I'm going to get to all of that. Okay. So hang on. The problem with too many people, they are not patient enough. People lack patience. And so if something doesn't grab them immediately, they don't stay long enough to learn. And maybe that's good. Maybe people without patience don't deserve to learn. I don't know. Patience is a virtue. Patient people are the ones who tend to learn more. So here's a test for you to take. You be your own grader. Okay, are you patient or are you not? So when I looked at how many places actually accept Bitcoin as payment, I was amazed. I didn't realize that retailers and stores accepted Bitcoin as payment. The Bass Pro accepts Bitcoin. Did you know that? Cabela's accept Bitcoin. So many places accept Bitcoin. I had no idea. So when I realized that it was not only an investment, and crypto is a unique situation. I'm waiting for a FedEx delivery, so I'm looking out there. A special FedEx delivery. This is the second time FedEx has come by my house today. I've had 2 FedEx and 1 UPS, and I haven't gotten the one that I'm waiting for yet. I did get a mug, so we'll be printing out the rest of the mugs and getting all the mug orders out. And we got some books. So anyway, Bitcoin is Here again, I'm not trying to sell you on crypto. I'm just explaining this, and it has to do with what you need to understand about money. Okay, money is what we exchange with each other. It's kind of our agreement. I agree that this is worth this amount. I'm going to give you this money for your thing, and then when I sell my thing, I'm going to charge this amount of money. It's just kind of an agreement between people. Okay, on exchange, it's an exchange agreement. That's all it is. But when I found out that the crypto actually increases in value, that makes it an investment. Or it can decrease, yes, but it looks like it's on the increase. I mean, the increase of Bitcoin has been amazing, right, since it started. So it's an investment, and it is a method of exchange. So you can look it up, and I'll try to find a list, and I'll post it on the Patreon. When I put this on Patreon, I'll put the link for anybody who wants to read it. Now, the reason you should be on Patreon, if you can afford $1. Um, what is money? Okay. I hear so often, and in the preparedness world, I hear this constant railing against fiat money. Fiat money, because it's not backed by gold, right? Or silver or whatever. People who take that tack don't understand what money is. Money is an item of exchange. Seashells have been used as money. Okay, salt has been used as money. People, slaves, have been used as money. Also, bales of cotton or whatever you have. It's really just a barter thing. It's a centralized barter thing. I remember the first time that I heard Warren Buffett talk about this. That it's what money is just a kind of a universal IOU, credits. It's a system of credits that we get and give and all of that. It's nothing more than that. Which takes us back to what too many people call God's money, which means gold and silver. Okay, why is that God's money? Well, because back in biblical times, that was used as money. Was it the only thing that was used as money? No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. Grain was used. Animals were used. Labor was used. Slaves were used. Do you see what I'm saying here? So when people say that gold and silver are God's money because they have their own intrinsic value, that's what they're saying. They have the value in of themselves. But cash money is fiat money because they're not backed by that. What they don't understand is that gold and silver are also, if they want to use the term, fiat money. Now, right there, a whole bunch of people are tearing their hair out. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, well, tell me this. What's it backed by? What's it backed by? Hmm? 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 It's backed by people's willingness to trade you something for it. That's all. Okay? What is so-called fiat currency backed by? The willingness of someone to trade you goods and services for it. Do you see it's the same thing? Okay. I just, I've been hearing this junk for 40 years. No, all closer to 50. 50 years. I remember I was a brand new cop. Well, close to brand new. It was by some old veteran cop was starting to tell me about fiat money back in 1976, and boy, he had me all railed up about it's all going to collapse and the Fed this and everything like this is all going to collapse and you know what? What did you use the last time you went to the store? Did you use your gold? I mean, take your gold to the supermarket and see what they do, okay? Take your gold down to get some gas. Take your gold to the TSC. Take your gold to Cabela's. It's gold has value. It has some value in jewelry. It has some value in electronics. It has used to have value in dentistry. Essentially, its only value is that what people will give you for it. Its real use is very limited. Okay, and its use is not near as widespread as fiat currency or Bitcoin. Okay? So this is what so many people, I know, don't worry, I'm going to get some people on here. I'm going to get some comments saying, I'll stick with God's currency, and I'll guarantee you they don't buy a darn thing with it. They're not running around with their little bag of gold, okay? I'm not saying that gold isn't good to have. I don't have any. I don't care to have any. There's no reason to. I have things that appreciate and value much more than that, and that are, I like it. Nothing wrong with gold. It's gone up. If you bought it cheap and you're holding it, good. It's not worth anything until you sell it or try to give it away, so you don't know what it's worth. Okay. But anyway, that's the thing to realize about money. And in the world, and particularly the prayer, I have never seen a group of people so hard-headed in so many ways and so refusing to even consider something new as I have many preppers. Now that's different than preparedness-minded people who actually engage in a lifestyle of preparedness and are always looking to learn for something new, a better way to do something, right? All these kinds of things. So make sure you're a PMP and not a prepper. But if you're still a prepper and hanging on to some of these old ideas, realize that like I said, well, yeah, but when everything falls apart, they'll say, and you lose all your money, then where are you going to be? And I'll still be fine living out here in the woods with my, little place and, my bucket and my goat. I'm not making fun. Well, kind of. It kind of depends on how far they take it. I mean, there's a lot of people out there living a great life in the woods. It's not the woods that has to do with it. It has to do with the limitations of a lifestyle and a quality of life that people self-impose. So, when everything falls apart, what will the people with money have? Well, they will have a lot of things that help them in their life that they paid for with money. How about that? And if I turn that around, let me say this. Those who don't have money, how are you doing today? Okay? I think that pretty much covers it. All right. I'm going to get off of here. You know my new sign off? Mark just texted me and says, I like that Hago. The Army guys say hooah and the Marines say oorah. And I'd forgotten that, but Mark clued me in on it. And so I always say, have a good one. Well, I don't always say it on here, but usually I say it to people. So I'm going to say Hago. Hago, we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. So understand money, understand the need for it, understand exactly what it is. Don't be misled by some old codger who can't learn anything new, okay? Because the world is changing every day. The world is a new world every day. And you can't live very well in the new world by holding on to the old one. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.